So what's going on? My name is Matthew Stratton with MatthewCreating.com. So I got a brand new remodeled room right here that I'm going to use for my music and for my videos. So a lot of content is about to come out for you guys, but what I want to do in this particular video is I want to set up my desk right here that I'm going to use to make music on. So if you will, stay tuned and check that out. I'll leave links in the description for all the items I'm going to use that I'm going to put into the desk. So go ahead and check out the description for those links. And let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so the first thing I put in here is my studio desk. This is the one I'm using now. This is the on-stage studio desk right here. The actual model number of this is WS7500. I'm gonna leave this in the description. They got like a wood one and a black one. So I'll leave a link in the description for this exact one. Now what I wanna tell you why I like this is because it has the 3 different layers on here. So I can put my monitor up here, my keyboard here, or MPC or whatever gear here. And then down here I could put gear as well. So this is why I like this one. It's very basic. It's easy to put together. This right here is metal. This right here is just a basic desk, but I've had this one for probably about 5 years. And it serves me well. This is actually the 3rd room that it's gonna be in. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this desk. And this is the desk I'm gonna use. All right, so the next thing I brought in here to put on my desk are my speakers and my audio interface and my monitor station right here. So check this out, right? If you're gonna have a studio desk, you're gonna probably want some studio monitors to go with that. Now, I was using the KRK Rocket 5s before, and I tried out the Yamahas, the S series, and now I'm trying the JBL 305s. I like the JBL 305s, and the reason why I switched over from the KRKs is because I was using the KRKs for too long. I wanted a fresh sound for my ears, and I really like the way these JBLs sound. But what I want to talk about is how I actually have these JBLs set up, okay? So you need your audio interface. This audio interface is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. That's the one that I've been using because I went over to my backup one. I did buy this Volt 476P. Now, I haven't used this one yet, but I am gonna test this one out, so stay tuned for those videos. But in general, the Focusrite 2i2 works pretty good as far as it's just a solid interface. I've been using it for a little while, and it's just a 2 input, 2 output, right? So I can plug a microphone or a guitar into the front, and out the back, it goes into the speakers. All right, so I want to explain how I do have this set up. So I have the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 going in to the monitor station. So there's line out left and right coming out of the Focusrite. That's going into the inputs of the PreSonus monitor station V2. There's 2 inputs on here plus auxiliary. So I'm using the ST input 1 or stereo input 1. I can add another audio interface if I wanted to, and I could do something like a phone if I wanted to as well. So here's how I have my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 set up with my PreSonus monitor station version 2, okay? So the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 has 2 outputs coming out of it, a left and a right. So those are going into stereo input 1 on my PreSonus. So that's going to go into input 1 right here. So that comes into here. I'm able to select my source here, control the volume of it here, and then what I could do is select 3 different speaker monitors through right here. Speaker select A, B, or C. So I don't have actual speaker select A, B, and C set up. What I do have set up is A and B, and what I have on A are my left and right studio monitors, and what I have set up on B is actually right here is a subwoofer. So this is my Yamaha subwoofer. I have hooked up. So basically, if I want to listen to the subwoofer with my studio monitors, I engage speaker A and B at the same time here. And then I get my left and right speakers plus my subwoofer. If I want to turn the subwoofer off, I just click off speaker B. All right, so there you go. That's how I have my audio interface connected to the speakers. All right, so that's how I have my audio interface connected to my monitor station, and then to my speakers, okay? The next thing I wanna do is go ahead and bring in my computer, connect everything up to my computer, including my keyboards, and then my MPC as well, and I'm gonna show you that next. All right, here it is, the new studio setup. So basically right here, I got my dual monitor set up, I got my computer over here, I got my MPC-1, I got my complete controller here, right? And then I just got like a keyboard and a mouse. Now this dual monitor setup is basically like, this is a cheap Dell monitor I bought for like $100. This one's like a 4K monitor, it costs a little bit more. I'm looking into those curved monitors at some point, but for now, this works out. This stand right here, I bought off of Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description for that if you want that. That enables you to use this stand and then basically stack up 2 monitors, and you don't have to actually clamp it to the desk. You just set it right there, you're good to go. All right, so this is Vivo. I'll leave a link in the description for that. Now right here, I got my MPC-1. If you don't know, I'm all about the MPC life, right? So I got the MPC-1 right here. Now this one right here is in basically controller mode. So if I go ahead and play that, I can go ahead and play that. I got the software right here, right? And you know, I can use the MPC-1 in standalone or controller mode. If I do it in standalone, I can send a line out of here into my PreSonus here and be able to hear it through my studio monitors, because I do have 2 different stereo inputs plus an auxiliary inputs on my monitor station here again. So that works out there. Now, the complete control is pretty nice, because if you have the complete software bundle from Native Instruments, it actually works with this. And there's a lot of good presets and things like that. And some of the macros get assigned to these knobs, so you get quick access to that stuff here. If you haven't heard about the complete control software, it's actually pretty decent. It's got a lot of sounds, a lot of presets, and you can also customize your own sounds and everything like this. So that's pretty cool here. I like the bigger keys on this. They feel pretty good. And you know, you also get transport controls if you do use Ableton. So I also use Ableton Live as well. That's my main DAW to mix in, and I make a lot of beats in the MPC-1, import them into Ableton Live, and then I can do my finishing touches and add different effects onto them. Ableton Live is way better for certain things in that regard. There's certain things that Ableton does that the MPC doesn't do. So I guess theoretically you could get away with doing everything in the MPC software and MPC, but I like to use Ableton Live in here. All right, so basically that's pretty much it for my studio desk. All right, there's a few other odds and ends, like I got some microphones that I wanna bring in here and connect to this. I'm gonna set up some lights and cameras and different things inside of here. But as far as this, for my kind of like my main video editing / studio, this is what I got going. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you have any ideas, if you like the setup, if you're using any of these equipment that I'm using, you know, let me know. It's 2023. We're about to go ahead and get this year rolling. I got the new studio set up here, so I'm definitely going to come out with a lot of new videos. So if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Check out the links in the description if you're curious about any of this gear. I'll leave the exact gear that I'm using in the description so you know what I'm using. And yeah, let me know what you think. It's 2023. Let's go ahead and continue to make music. My name is Matthew. I appreciate you watching. We'll talk soon.